Well, good morning, friends and followers. Happy Monday. It is August 24th at 8 o'clock in the morning. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Mine was chock full of work and renovating the lake house and spending time with some old friends. And it was a great weekend overall. I'm feeling a little bit peaked this morning. I'm not sure if it was something I ate, but nevertheless, I'm delighted to be here with you this morning. For those of y'all whom I've not met, my name is Kristin Kaufman, and I'm in the business of helping people create the lives and the careers that they want without giving up the creature comforts that they want. And yes, that absolutely unequivocally is possible because I am doing it. So each morning we come together with Have a Seat with Kristin, where I share just a couple of insights or observations or whatever it was that I'm called to share with y'all, little nuggets of either things that I've heard or that I've been taught this past week, or maybe just things that I've experienced. And today, it's going to sound a little bit sad and maybe melancholy what I'm going to share with you, but I'm hopeful it will help us change our mindset about life as we know it. So over the past couple of years, many of you all know that, my sister and I have really suffered great losses. We've lost both our parents. We lost my dad's identical twin brother, our Uncle Ben. We've just had a lot of loss, and it's been really, frankly, very hard. And coupled with all of that, many of us have lost their friends and had other setbacks in our life. And over the last couple of months, it's just been, frankly, unimaginable, the losses and the challenges that so many of my friends and extended family members have been facing. I had a dear friend who was murdered on Memorial Day, and I know I talked about that several weeks ago, but she was one of my closest friends for over 45 years, and in broad daylight, it was a cold-blooded murder in her driveway, unsolicited. It was a carjacking, and it was horrible, terrible, totally unexpected, totally random, and a tremendous loss for everyone who knew her. I have a very dear friend who was recently diagnosed with ALS. I have a very dear friend who was recently diagnosed with breast cancer. I have a very close friend and mentor who lost her husband completely unexpectedly from pancreatic cancer, a diagnosis that happened just a few weeks ago when he passed away this past week. So a lot of hardship, and not to mention, of course, the challenges that we all face with the pandemic and COVID-19. Even though I do agree with so many people who believe that is an opportunity for us to make lemonade, and I do absolutely believe that. But what my point was, and what I really wanted to come on here today, this morning on Monday, to share with you is basically three things, but one big takeaway. The first thing is that life is so short, and we do not ever know when, as my dad would say, our number's going to come up. We just don't know. And so there is a heightened sense for me to share and to really emphasize that we have a sacred responsibility to live each day as if it were truly our last. And that concept, I know it's a cliche. People say it all the time. I've written 3 books about living in the present moment. If you've not read my books, you can type book down below, and I will definitely send you the link to my books, and I would love to send you an inscribed copy. But living in the present moment is really all we have. And I think the last several years have really driven that home for me. And the last week, with all of what I just mentioned to you, it really does hit you over the head. Okay, so that's the first thing, is that life is short, and we only have a short 85 or 90, if we're lucky, maybe 100, if we're really, really lucky, years on this planet, which is a blink of an eye in universe terms. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we have to be prepared. We really sincerely do not know when our number will come up. And, in the case of my father, many of you all know, he literally was unloading a cuckoo clock out of the back of his car. The gravel underneath his feet shifted. He fell backwards. He broke basically every bone on his left-hand side of his body, and he died 2 weeks later. And he was in great health. So it happened literally in the blink of an eye, in like a bolt of lightning, in 2 weeks. And he was prepared, though. And that brings me to the last point, that is the point that I really want to drive home today. And I'm hopeful that all of us will embrace this. We have to say what we're going to say. We have to say what we need to say. And one beautiful thing about our family, and my sister Gretchen, I know, would echo this. We never left anything unsaid. We were a very open family, a very close family. We embraced one another daily. I never, ever heard my parents argue. My daddy greeted my mother every morning, with a kiss, and every night with a kiss, and every time he brought her a little cocktail with a kiss. I mean, there was so much love in our family, and there was nothing left unsaid. So even though it was tragic and horrible, it's been 3 years now that my father fell and passed away. That lesson of say what you need to say to be prepared has stuck with me, because even though we were tragically sad and heartbroken, there was no regret, there was no remorse, because everything had always been said. So we were, as a family, as prepared as you could be for the loss of a loved one. So today, to use the adage that I used last week, just for today, find someone that you want to say something to, that you have been for some reason holding back on saying. It could be a note of encouragement. It could be a note of thanks. It could be a note of support. It could be a phone call just to check in with them. It could be a text to say that you love them. It could be a phone call to say that you love them. I have been very big on note cards. Most of y'all probably know that. I'm a writer, so I really do that. And since the pandemic, I bet I've sent out 250 note cards. And it feels so good to be able to share with people your feelings of support and encouragement and love, despite this social distancing that we find ourselves in. So that was the message that I wanted to send today. Say what you need to say. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait for a perfect time. Don't wait until whatever definition you have on the perfect time is. Say what you need to say today, because we only have today. Life is short. We have to be prepared that it could be taken from us like that. And we want to make sure that everyone that we love and that we care for and that we embrace knows that, so that not only they know it, but our conscience and our soul is full as well. So with that, again, my name is Kristin Kaufman. I'm in the business of helping people create the lives they want without giving up the creature comforts that they want. And I come on here every Monday morning with Have a Seat with Kristin, just to share a couple of nuggets that I'm hopeful will give us a little boost for the week. And again, if you are interested in getting information on my books, you can type books in the comment section below. And one last PSA, public service announcement. I am in the process of finalizing my online course. The course will be geared toward people who are looking to shift their life. Maybe are in a job that they don't like, or they're burned out, or they're looking to write their new chapter. They're unfulfilled. They're not making the kind of money they want. They're not feeling like they're contributing in the way they want. And this course is a 2-week course that is designed to help people get to the bottom of that and to make the shifts that they need and want to make. So stay tuned for that. I will be keeping y'all up to date on that course, and it will be in the format of an online course where you can download information and videos, and you can take it at your own leisure. So with that, make it a wonderful week. Hi, Laura. I'm so glad that you joined me this morning, and you all have a wonderful day. Say what you need to say, even if it's only for today. And I will see y'all here next Monday.